Welcome to the Power Packed Podcast. Please be quiet and courteous and silence your cell phones now. Be sure to grab some snacks and concessions, located in the lobby. And now our feature presentation. Prepare for butter.
All the time, wondering if maybe I'm losing my mind. Stepping out to the horizon and I'm me, or maybe I'm going out to sea. Maybe you should know by now. When I get back, everything will be alright. Seems like I'm out to sea every single night. I hope this old boat will stay afloat as we go.
I hope this old boat will stay afloat as we go.
Don't mind, maybe you'll sink or swim. Oh, I don't mind, maybe you'll sink or swim. Oh, I don't mind, maybe you'll sink or swim. Oh,
I was feeling nostalgic about 20 minutes ago or whatever, because I got a Google Photos notification that we made Dracula pizza exactly 3 years ago today.
Ooh, 3 years.
Is that weird? 3?
Wow.
Is that right? No, that's right.
We were little babies. Little babies making food reviews.
Yeah.
Dracula pizza. That was good.
It was good. It was a little fun. If you're on Discord, which you should be by now, if you're not, then I'm disappointed in you. But get on general chat. There's lots of fun stuff, and that video's on there too.
More like fixed chord. I think it's fixed. It's kind of fixed.
Sounds like it's better.
So people can now see everything, but they can now chat in areas I don't want them to chat in. So like the Power Pack content, that's supposed to be all like announcement type stuff. So like just stuff we post and people can look at.
Yeah.
And the Butter Barn is where everyone should be chatting. But I think everything's free game. So take advantage of it right now. If you want to chat in announcements, start chatting it up.
Just go.
Until we
go
fix
for
it. You have a limited amount of time to break the rules.
Before that window closes, and you'll never get to do that ever again.
And every time a window closes, an angel gets his wings. And we are the Power Pack Podcast. A podcast featuring two dudes and one friendship.
Two dudes plus one friendship minus bad stuff plus good stuff equals Power Pack Podcast. And it's a friendship that's not mutually exclusive. It is like math. You need numbers together to make equations, which our podcast is like that's like a math equation, but not boring and useless.
I'll be the 6, you be the 9. Come on over and buy me some wine, girl.
That sounds like a Nelly song. Are you influenced by Nelly at all?
I do like his jam, Just a Dream. It is a good jam.
Oh yeah, I thought we were supposed to make a Just a Dream type song, but I totally forgot what it was for and the purpose of it.
I did actually learn it on guitar, so I was committed. I like it.
Nice.
It's that silly old finger picking that I'm not good at, but I can pull it off with a B-, I think. Performance.
You're more than a B-. You're guitar wise. You're if there's a grade higher than A+, that's what you are. Finger picking.
G.
Finger picking is just for little folk loser nerds. So it's all about the shred. That's what us two boys like to do.
Shred Dead Revolver.
Shred Dead Revolver. What games you been playing lately? What you been gaming on?
I've been a little boring, baby. I've been chilling on that Magic Arena a little bit.
Ooh.
Gary Bilson got me Among Us, but I haven't seen him on to play it.
Oh, you.
I did say thank you, but he's ghosted now. He's out there. He's crawling around in the woods.
So you were playing Gary. You were playing Among Us with just Gary Bilson, or was there like a?
Well, I got a message on my Steam, and it was like, "You got a gift," and I was like, "Oh, good gracious, Gary!"
Oh,
and then I said thanks or whatever on Discord, and he's being a little Slytherin boy. Must run in the family. He's just slithered on off, and I haven't talked to him in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Oh man, I better hit him up. He's gonna come visit eventually, but I'll tell him that.
Is he gonna ride his bike?
Ride his bike up here.
Ride a bicycle all the way to Washington.
Yeah, I think he could. I mean, I left a bicycle there, so we could bicycle up. I was gonna say, if you started playing Among Us, because I've now played with Andrew's family and then kind of my own family and friends, but we should get a game with you and I and some other people. But I could try to see if the wizard himself, Charlie, and Bilson can all join, so we could have a big old butter, because it's fun to play it with like 10 people.
You should text me next time you're playing with your fam, but don't tell them you're like sending me the room code or whatever, or however it works, and I'll just join. I'll be like, who's this guy?
And I'll just deny it. I'll be like, I don't know who that is, but let's just keep playing. And then you should just be like a total jerk. Like, I wish I could make you the killer every time, so that you could just like sabotage and everyone gets mad. They try to boot you.
Yeah. I'll just kill the same person over and over. I'll pick a target and I won't ever let up.
Yeah, just always pick them, and then once you pick them, it's fine. It's like it's all done. Yeah, Among Us is fun, and I saw that I think you were playing with like Shar and your sister and whatnot, and I saw that on the Discord, and I was like, can I play with you guys? But no one got back to me, so then I just kind of...
I didn't see that. No, I told her to just download it. We haven't played it with Crumb Baby. But me and Charlene have played it with some people. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun.
Well,
yeah, I'm down for a power pack rat killing game of
let's do
Among Us. Who's the rat among us?
Who's the rat? Let's find that rat and pack him.
Pack him full of death.
Pack him full. That's a perfect kind of like what is it? Like probably like a speed metal. Like not quite a death metal, but like a little bit faster. Like a grindcore, like really fast, yeah, like blast beats. It's only blast beats. Like even if there's like a breakdown or a quiet part, it's just there's no intro or outro. It's just blast beat once the song starts recording all the way to the end.
I like that. Let's just change everything about our podcast to be just heavy metal. We'll start with some blast beats for intro, and then we'll scream the whole podcast like we're talking, but it's just screaming. And then we'll change our outro to someone else screaming. So it's just screaming.
Consistent screaming.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
And a constant double bass kick going throughout the whole podcast for an hour.
That's why I'm thinking like, and I like the idea of fading it in and out. So we'll be talking and then it'll kind of like, you'll hear it kind of fade in, and then it'll get really loud to the point where it's distorting like the sound quality, and then it fades out slowly again, and then it fades in.
Or if it's like a noise gate, every time we stop talking, the double bass chimes in.
Yeah.
We start talking and it mutes it.
So I'm just like, I'm having a good day. Stop, and it's like, and you're like, how was your week? And then it just go back and forth, and then if we both stop talking, then it's someone just like screaming. And
then we're constantly headbanging through the whole podcast.
Yeah, make our necks hurt.
Which, by the way, I don't know how people can do that show after show after show.
Yeah, that hurts your neck. Like,
I can do it for like 5 minutes, and I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it will hurt your neck eventually, for sure. And it's expensive having to go to the chiropractor and everything.
Whitechapel's their biggest clientele. Chiropractor industry. I always see him 3-4 times a week. Yeah,
it's like, that boy, he never takes his Whitechapel shirt off, and he comes in and his neck's just a little ajar. He's looking like Gumby on a hot summer day,
I had to put neck braces on them all, and they still attempted to headbang, except it was with their whole torso. Now their back's all messed up.
Wonder if they could make, those cones they put on dogs so they don't chew on the area down there. They do that for headbangers, so they can't headbang.
Maybe it's like a rope that goes from like their ponytail to their waistband, and so they can't move their head up without giving themselves a wedgie. So if they like tilt their head down to headbang, their pants go up their butt.
Exactly, and nobody wants that. That's just uncomfortable.
No, we should look into, what's the word? Patent that idea.
We should. You specifically. I don't think I've actually really contributed at all, but you should make a book. I mean, you're already making a book, but a book of Jonathan's $1 million ideas, and just make a little, like, I don't know, 50-page booklet with some pictures and ideas. And even the book alone, you make $1 million. But that's the selling point. It's like, I will sell you this book, but then first couple people to get the book can then just like patent those ideas and make $1 million. So it's like you become a millionaire book. I don't know. It's like self-help kind of.
Oh yeah. Well, okay, so this is the first invention of it. So what should we call it?
That's
So it prevents headbanging, and if you do, it gives you a wedgie.
So
wedge bang?
The wedge
that doesn't sound good.
That might they might try to sell that on certain parts of the dark web, but yes, you could
or like head crack, or bang and be gone, because you're no longer your head banging.
I like
it's gone. It's
bang be gone. It's
bang be gone.
It's kind of you kind of
it's
like
a chastity belt for your neck.
Yep, it's just metal. So it's basically like 4 or 5 pieces of copper sheeting and copper tubes just wrapped around the neck, and then the ponytail is you know how a lot of those like rockers, or you know, like Jenkos, where they have the chain on the pants,
like Juggalo style.
Yeah, Juggalo style. So the ponytail attaches to the chain with a couple of links, like carabiner, and then, like you said, then it keeps them from headbanging because they'll get a wedgie.
Maybe it's like a bungee cord attached to someone's bump it, and then to the belt loop. Bump it to belt loop. Dude, that's our proprietary system.
That is so weird that you talked about the bump it, because for the first time, because I remember those commercials like back in the early 2000s, late 90s, the first time I saw a thing for a bump it was today, in like the last 15 years or whatever. So that's really weird that you mentioned that.
Wow.
Isn't that weird? I saw
Bump
like a
it.
joke video on Instagram where they're like, it was that page I really like, Middle Class Fancy. They're like, oh, when Nance is getting ready to go to Olive Garden or something, it shows all the people putting the bump it's in. But that's weird. It's like divine intervention that you mentioned that. Pathetic almost.
I feel like the Bumpets could have sold way more and been way more successful, because I've never heard of anyone wearing a Bumpet. Well, at least,
no.
Like, I know people had that little like poof up there. You know, you've seen it, but who knows if it's the Bumpet brand? It could be a offshoot of Bumpet. It could be a Crumpet or a Lifted or a Poofit
or a Dump It.
Or a Dump It. It's like a product that weighs down your hair so it looks slicked back all the time or something.
Looks like that greasy.
It's like one curl, like a curler that you like roll your hair into, but it's like lead and it holds your hair back like it's slicked and dry.
It's like those. It's got holes in it. It's porous, and it. You have to fill it with olive oil or canola oil to get that grease. So it just like.
Oh, that's fun.
You like. It's like a hair flattener too. Like, so you're like you said, you're flattening and rolling it over, but it's like emitting grease all over your hair, and
It's sweat activated. So the more you sweat, the greasier you get.
Oh, that's so gross.
It's like oil and water all over your head.
Can you imagine that with like a hat or like a t-shirt that does that? So you're like running, sweating, and then it's like grease activated, and all of a sudden you're like all greasy.
If it changes colors, like the harder you sweat, the more, like, I don't know, it starts with blue and goes to red.
So you're wearing like a blue shirt, and then it turns to red, and you're like, oh, it's like
a mood ring, but in a shirt form.
Oh, they should, dude. Add that to your book. I need to start keeping track of this. Your $1 million idea, another one, besides the Dump It and
mood shirt.
It's a shirt. Yeah. So the material that's in a mood ring, which I imagine is very toxic if you put it on your skin, but it's in a t-shirt form. So you can tell whether your like what mood you're in, or if you have some sort of chemical imbalance or maybe like an antibody thing going on with your blood in your system. I don't know, something cool like that.
I thought of another one. It's not really a new invention. It's just a remarketing of an old product, that being underwear. Instead of calling it underwear, just call it the vest of the crotch, because a vest is just a jacket without sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
Underwear is just pants without the legs. So if you can kind of like make it out of a, I don't know, softer material, maybe it has like the puffy lines in it, like those puffy vests.
So you said that. So you're saying it's an underwear vest? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's pretty much underwear, but you market it as a vest for the crotch, like a Wunderwehr or something. Have the V's in there.
There's the Wunderwehr. Yeah. The V.
Yeah.
Helps.
I thought of a cool Halloween costume too.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably already been done. A couple costume. I saw this guy with a vest. That's why I'm on the vest thing. I saw a guy with a vest and I can't stop thinking about it. So he had a vest on. And I thought, how funny would it be if I bought a jacket that was the same color and like style as his vest,
Mm-hmm.
and I cut off the sleeves and just like walked up next to him with the sleeves of what looks like go to his vest. And I'd be like, dude, why'd you steal my jacket torso?
Ooh.
And just be like,
That's a really good idea. It's like the thief. It was like you fell asleep at the bus station and he cut your sleeves off and then took just the vest portion.
slid off the torso, yeah.
And he's like, yeah.
So that's how I could get a free vest out of him.
And then if you make a big enough stink or whatever out and about, then, you know, it's like the public, whatchamacallit. He's got the pressure of the public when you're out and about. You're yelling and screaming at him. So he gives you the vest, and then you get a free vest, like you said, out of it.
Okay, now that we're on, what's the word? You're a genius. What's the word for like when you have like, say, a backpack? Modular. That's what I'm thinking about. Modular. You know, it has all these different like, you know, formats or like buckles, and you can put all that. You can like adjust. So a modular vest that combines with a Wunderwehr. So okay, here it is. You have your jacket, right? And the sleeves rip off if you want a vest. But the jacket part, it's like, you know, those little baby onesie type things to where it's like a vest on the legs. They don't have any legs. It's just like an underwear, but it attaches to their shirt. Yeah. Like I guess it's a onesie. So your jacket is made of that. And it's puffy.
So the whole body thing is that? Is that what you're saying?
It's a whole body thing, but everything rips like tearaway pants sort of thing. So you have tearaways at the sleeves. You have tearaway at the waist, so you can take off your Wunderwehr and just have your vest. And then you have tearaways at the legging part, so you can actually have pants made out of the puffy jacket material. So it's pretty much a full-on puffy jacket bodysuit, but you can transform it into a different vest type systems. So, my legs are cold, but my upper body's hot. Rip off those leggings. You have a little onesie with a jacket.
That's another $1 million idea, because I like that too. And you can even parse it out even more. You could be like, my ankles are feeling a little sweaty. You can rip off the bottom part just from like the middle part of your shin to your foot, and then you can make them capris. And then you're like, oh, these are, you know, still a little too warm. And then you just shorts, and it depends what level too. So I like that idea. I like that.
You can even go with like gloves too. You can like each finger, you can rip off a piece of like puffy, you know, just like turtleneck. You can just have a collar, or if you don't want the collar, you put on the whole jacket. If you don't want the jacket, you rip off the collar. Wow, we could go to the moon with this.
I know. It could. This is where I wish we had. I mean, we do. I was going to say, have a friend who is a graphic designer and could whip up a patent of the Wunderwehr, which I tossed that as my suggestion for the episode name, along with some thumbnail ideas. But yeah, okay. I would love to see it.
I don't know how likely this is. I don't know how likely this is. Sorry to interrupt, but
Very good.
You have the connection. You have it. If we could get an artist who designs magic cards, design like an epic fantasy illustrated person wearing our vest underwear crotch design, How cool would that be if we had a Power Pack podcast artist,
like
fantasy,
like a fantasy
like-
artist.
yeah, like people that do like paint metal albums and stuff, magic cards and
Yeah, I mean that's a cool style art for the magic cards. I can see Alaska, my connection, who now I'm in Seattle. I'm sure he would probably love to be on an episode, so I'm gonna ask him because I know to you he's basically a celebrity. So
he's like my Kanye West. Wait, let me choose a better one. He is like, he probably wouldn't appreciate that. Nothing against Kanye, but he's a little nutty.
yeah, he's famous but nutty. Yeah,
He's a famous nutball.
he's like maybe
he's my Barry Watson.
Barry Watson. Yeah, that's a perfect level because I mean Seventh Heaven,
Just a wholesome family man.
wholesome family man. Yeah.
Barry Watson.
Just a wholesome boy. That person we're talking about, we were like jokingly gonna write a song together, and he was gonna write a song for me if I was running for president, like campaign song, and he was gonna name it One Wholesome Boy. There goes a wholesome, but yeah,
I'd vote for Wholesome Boy.
Thank you. I would only run for president if not even I would do it where it wasn't even like there's a vice president and president. It would be co-presidents, and it would be a staggered thing. It'd be like, okay, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I'm the president. John is president Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and then Sundays is open day, so anyone can be president. That would be my. So Sundays.
Anyone in the world?
Yeah. So Sundays would be really scary because then people like apply to be the president for the day.
It's just a battle royale.
Yeah. It just
every Sunday.
that, So I think that'd be fun. I don't know.
Fight night. I think that's a good system because I mean that's a lot of responsibility for one dude or lady in office to you're leader of the free world. You need to take it in shifts. You take a day, I take a day. I think my running mate, I would grow a rat tail, and that would be my running mate.
Oh my god,
John Whiff and Rat Tail VP.
John Whip and the Rat Tail VP. Speaking of rat tails, I think it's a good segue. Because Mandalorian season 2 is coming out on Friday.
Is it the next week?
It's this Friday.
Wait, tomorrow?
It's
or today?
2 more days.
No, last week. I'm trying to get in the mind of the listener. Okay, so the listener's listening to this on the 6th. Mandalorian came out last Friday, and it's amazing.
Yeah, wow. I haven't seen it yet, but I can already tell it's amazing. And
can't believe Qui-Gon Jinn came back.
Yeah, Qui-Gon Jinn. They brought back Jar Jar Binks and all the Gungans, and they ended up all being Sith
Did you see
Lords.
that rat battle with the destroyer droids?
The rat battle with the destroyers?
Yeah, the destroyer droids.
Oh, yeah, that was the one that was halfway through the episode. They were on Naboo, and they started in the rat battle, and there's a guest appearances of Kanye, but Kanye wasn't even playing like an alien or anything. He was just playing himself.
He was emceeing the whole battle.
Yeah.
And one of the droids rolled up, and he started copying, or he plagiarized his rap. He used Fred Durst, and he was rapping the Roland song, and people thought it was corny, and he got booed off the Death Star, or whatever.
Yeah,
it's a pretty crazy episode.
It was crazy. So, hope you guys enjoy The Mandalorian. That's what you have to look forward to. And after the fact, they're gonna listen. What if we predicted the future? What if when we watched Mandalorian, all that stuff happened, and then we're like, oh God, what have we done?
Let's predict more, because that'd be the best episode.
Okay, so
and maybe the Gungans are back.
I'm thinking,
but they're being hunted for meat.
Yes, they're cooking them up and they're making them into cheesesteaks, and
because they're like the chicken of the sea.
I bet Gungan meat tastes like what I imagine raccoon mixed with like old onions.
I'd imagine like if a kangaroo was a fish. That's how I imagine a Gungan tastes.
They're kind of muscly, yeah, and like, but also like amphibian-like. I've never eaten frog. Have you ever eaten frog legs or anything like that?
I think I have. I think
Have
at
you?
the Mirage in Portland, I think we had some frog legs, or it was alligator. I can't remember. They serve weird stuff there. But
Mirage has that kind of stuff?
I thought they did. Let me look up a menu.
Look it up. I wanted to, the topic I was going to go to, I'll go into it after the Mirage thing, because I was going to tell you the segue of why I brought up rat tails, but it's its own segment.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, hit me up with that rat tail story.
So you want the rat tail
Or
story.
do you want to do it later?
Let's do it.
Or were you wanting it later?
Let's do it. I'm not near my computer. How far are we in? I feel like we still got a little ways till we slide into you know what.
Wait, what do you? I am bad at multitasking. Everything you said was words. I can't find their menu. It's a mystery. COVID ruined everything. All right, back to podcast land.
It's all good. I will, next time I'm down there, if they're open, which they probably won't be for a long time, I will try to order frog legs and say that John Whip recommended them. And then they won't have frog legs, and they'll be like, what are you talking about? And then I'll get really angry, and I'll start yelling. And then my like family who are with me in my dinner, they'll be like, Josh, please calm down. And then I'll start swearing at everyone. And then I will more like not morph, but I will pretend like I am becoming a snake, and then I will start slithering on the ground after I pour lobster bisque on my body. So the rat tail story.
These aren't fresh, and then you pull out a frog and you cut off his legs. I want these cooked.
Yeah, they're like still wiggling. Come on, it'd be funny if you cooked them.
Come on now.
I got a JanSport backpack full of like frogs.
What's in your backpack? Amphibians.
I just caught him, and then you just like, and I just like go. I just look like you know the bathroom's usually by the kitchen. I go like I'm going to the bathroom, and then I go into the kitchen. I'm like, hey, I'll give you $20 if you cook me up one of them froggies, and I pull it out of my backpack, but then all the frogs get released and they start running around.
You just start throwing frogs in the deep fryer, on the skillet, on the grill. And it's like the ones in the deep fryer instantly like fizzle, and the ones on the grill like, they start hopping around, burning and steaming.
Oh man. And they're like jumping into the dining room, and then I'm like, no, my babies are running.
This was my dinner.
Yeah.
How dare you disobey the rat daddy?
Don't you disobey the frog daddy is what
I'm Froglord, and you start hopping on like a frog trying to catch him.
Oh, that's my new. Hold on, I got to go to our thing. I want this.
What
episode.
are those little birthday things that roll up and you blow, and they make the noise and they shoot straight out?
Oh yeah, the little
about?
party favorite thing.
Yeah, you have one of those in your mouth and you're going ribbit, ribbit.
The Froglord, and is it any? I just want to get this straight. So I'm at Mirage, and I have a JanSport backpack. It's green, filled with like to the brim with frogs. So probably like a good 20 frogs. And then I try to get them to cook them. They won't cook them. And then I act like as if I'm a frog, and I start ribbiting and jumping around a full dining room, and chanting "Frog King" or "Frog Lord."
I think you when they say no, we will not cook your frogs, you tear your clothes and you scream to the heavens, ah! And then you just like grab the nearest condiment, whether it be like ranch or mayonnaise or whatever, just a big jug of it in the kitchen, and then you just coat your body in it.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I am Froglord, because frogs are slimy, and now you are too. And then you start hopping around with your little birthday party favor.
Exactly. Well, that's the best part about Froglord is like almost to be an antagonist of this sort. He's quite powerful because he's coated in some sort of like condiment or oily substance. You can't catch him. So every time you try, like one of the cooks or line cooks or like the waiters or busboys, they try to jump on me and grab me. I'm like, hey, you got to do better than that. And I slip out of their hands and I keep hopping around.
They grab your leg and it rips off, and they grab the other leg and then it rips off, but they grow back because you're half frog now.
Yep, because the frog, and they just like, they like, and they just like pop out, and I'm just like, hey, and I keep hopping.
And part
around.
of your modular vest goes with it, and so then now you're just wearing like the crotch onesie as a frog.
Such a very vivid but also dark story. Just imagine like a family at dinner and they just like, and they're not quite in the dining room, you know what I mean? And there's like different sections of the restaurant. They're just far enough away where they hear some plates and stuff moving around, and then they see this guy hopping around. Such a scary.
Like, why do they call you the Froglord? Because I've never been defeated by a frog, and then you smash a frog on the table. I am the dominant frog.
Ribbit.
Ribbit.
Oh yes, he's got to have an impediment. Ribbit. And
Ribbit.
Well, it's kind of like I'm imagining Dark Knight. You know, at the beginning, the bank scene. I'm imagining that, but it's the frog guy, and instead of like the standoff, he has the guy with the shotgun. He gets into the main, you know, the executive chef's ear, and he goes "Ribbit," and then he smashes the frog.
Ribbit good. No, how's the Whip It song go?
Yeah, that's right.
Whip it.
Oh wait, do what? Do.
No, I did the tune of MC Hammer.
Oh yeah, so all three of these songs sound a lot. There's the MC Hammer one, and then I started doing Beat It, which is like do 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 do, and then there's the Whip It is. Actually, I don't remember what the Whip It is.
I don't know the Whip It one. I just know that it should be Ribbit. Ribbit. Let's go ribbit on over to the Butterdome.
Ribbit.
Welcome back to the Butterdome, brother. We have quite the fight lineup today.
Sunday.
Over the rainbow.
We got some. Oh yeah. The Butterdome it's kind of a lawless country. It's almost like the Thunderdome, like Mad Max, but I still think it's like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, where you walk in, but you slip because the ground is butter, the water is liquid butter, all of the like edible things are just butter, sticks of butter.
Yeah. Everything's butter. The fans are butter. I'm butter. Butter popcorn with butter bags. Butter shoes. You slip because your shoes are made of butter on this butter slick on the buttery floor that's made of butter. So many levels of butter. It's like a tower, but every elevator lets you off to more butter.
Oh, can you imagine a piñata? Right, it's a children's piñata, like normal, but when they break it open, it has like steaming hot boiling butter in it. So they're like, and then the butter comes out, it just like burns everyone. They're like, ah.
Or maybe they like the bat is made out of like raw chicken, just like compressed chicken that's frozen.
Yeah,
so it's like it's a baseball bat and it's a frozen chicken, crushed giblets in the shape of a baseball bat. So when they hit it and all the boiling butter comes out, they like deep fries the bat like a hot dog or something, or like a corn dog. And then you have like this chicken deep fried corn dog stick that's like raw in the middle because there's not enough time to cook it.
Right. Oh,
patches of cooked chicken bat.
Oh, can you imagine that? Like the outside is just burnt to a crisp, but the inside is like raw and half frozen.
It's still bloody.
Oh. All right, dig in. And I imagine Willy Wonka in this case is just like you or I, in like a weird all yellow like Curious George suit. Right, won't eat up kitties.
Willy Wonka in the slaughterhouse. This is all the fun ways we prepare America's meats. Going back to our Animal House of Pain.
Oh my gosh,
we'll replay that episode.
That one is we're not too far off, but we'll diverge. It's perfect. I will pivot right now to thanking the Patreon supporters. So I'm gonna thank Patreon supporters, and then I'm gonna thank people who could be Patreon supporters. So it's almost like in sales, you have people who are your customers, right? then you have your potential customers, and then you have people that you're like trying to lead on to buy your products. So real quick, we're going to thank the MVPs, Crumb Baby, thank you, and Gary Bilson, 2 people who keep supporting us and keeping us fed and clothed during the winter months. Then I'm going to thank potential supporters. I'm going to say like Mr. Squared, Mrs. Mutiny. I don't have a name. She's on Discord yet, but Andrea. And then we got
get her on in the party.
Yeah,
party zone.
We got the Wizard of the Coast, C Money. Who else? Our parents, a couple of people I went to middle school with, and then that's it for people.
Wow.
So yeah.
Well, thank you, Josh, for your thinking of the Patreons. We do have an Imali, but I think this would be a perfect question for a guest we have coming on in just a moment. I think it'd be good to get his take, and then we'll give our take maybe after the interview. Does that sound good?
That sounds good. Yeah. So we'll add this in to our. We'll give this question to our guest. So I'll ask our guest this question.
Yeah, we'll give him a few softballs, maybe a fun question. You know, interviews are like, "What's your favorite animal and why?"
Yeah, exactly.
Is there an animal that eats its own young? I'm sure there are.
Probably.
Hamsters do that, don't they?
Hamsters probably eat their own young. I mean, they're so gross.
That's my answer.
So you're saying if you had a child, John, that you would eat it?
Well, that's what. If I got a dumb interview question like that, I would answer. With a stupid answer like that. That's. I feel like it's. I don't know. It's stupid.
I know. I like that.
How is me being connected to a pony and they're my favorite animal because I love the way their mane flows in the wind, going to help me be the CEO of Microsoft?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I think that's a great question because you want to show that you're strong and that you're not to be messed with. So when they ask you that question, they're like, the guy who, he's got a suit on. He's like, "Oh, why do you? We're a fun team here. We have a lot of fun. We got a lot of fun people. We have beer on tap, kombucha on tap. What kind of animal are you and why?" And then you're like, "A hamster because it eats its young." It shows that you quick.
Are competitive in the business world.
They're like hamster babies.
Hamster babies. And if my second choice would be a cow because I really love milk. Don't like it from humans though. I'm not a toddler. I'm a grown man. Drinking from a cow. At a certain age, you just can't drink from your own species anymore.
You can't. You're not allowed to do that anymore. It's like, it's weird. So yeah, we have a guest. So Josh is in the midst of unpacking Washington. So he's pretty busy. Yeah.
So we're kind of interviewing some potential maybe like alternates. So if I miss a day or Josh misses a recording session, we can have someone fill in for each other. So we don't miss any Fridays for you guys. So we have our first interviewee who is with us. So yeah, let's bring him on in. Hey, yeah, come on, we're ready for you. Come on, sit down. All right, here he comes. Come on, there it is. So, Mr. Palpatine, is it Palpatine? Welcome to the studio. My name's John. This is Josh. Let's just get this ball rolling. What kind of? Okay, I didn't see. This is how the Power Pack podcast goes. We don't plan the podcast, and we don't plan this interview. So, how well do you think you work under pressure in a spontaneous environment like this?
Are you threatening me?
No.
I am the Senate.
Yes, you are. Josh, do you have any?
Maybe we can like pivot a little bit. So, goodness. Okay. So I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm kind of blanking a little bit on some of the questions. It's like a lot of pressure. I'm a big fan. You're weak.
Okay, well, here's an easy one, okay? Here's an easy one. This is one of those, let's warm up, get the ball rolling question. So if you could collaborate with Starbucks and create a Starbucks beverage, what would it be?
Fulfill your destiny.
And what would that taste like?
Sand people.
Okay, odd.
Young
You would have a
fool.
Starbucks drink that tastes like sand people. You're disgusting. Oh, gross. Okay.
Don't kill me.
Palpatine's a freak. Well, okay, well, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Do you want a glass of water? Do you need anything? Are you threatening me?
Is he already answered a question with that. Is he on a loop or something?
You need to.
Are you a bot?
Are you bot? Fill out this captcha form. Pick only bridges. And
Okay, Palpatine, thank you for coming in. We'll let you know. We'll call you or not if you're a good fit.
Good.
Okay. See ya, Palpatine.
That I gotta admit that was weird. He kind of smelled weird. And I didn't.
Was it rude that I laughed during his interview? I didn't mean to.
No, it's just it was weird, and I think the main thing too. The main thing too is like I didn't expect him to be driving a Honda Accord. I thought that was weird.
Well, he had his fingers pointed at me the whole time. Like,
that was
what
weird.
Are you doing there, buddy?
That kind of a little bit curled, yeah, and they were just like pointing.
I saw little blue sparks at one point. I was like, "Oh, he better not."
Yeah, don't you do that. Oh, there's Palpy being quirky.
Good old Palp, the old Palp smear test. That was yucky. So that question was from Crumb. Let's bring it back to a nice wholesome. All right, here's a Crumb baby email. I'm in mourning. Starbucks has stopped selling one of my favorite drinks, the iced caramel cloud macchiato. If y'all could collaborate with Starbucks and create a JJ Fresh Starbucks beverage, what would it be? Sincerely, Crumb.
That was great. You had a very, very good kind of like 90s grunge thing going on there. First off, I didn't know they stopped. I forgot. I didn't know they stopped making those drinks. Those are really good. The cloud macchiatos or whatever.
I've never heard of the cloud.
It's like very eggy. It's like this whip. It's like almost like you have the coffee and then you have this like foamy cloud. I don't know, describe it, like whipped cream stuff on the top.
It's kooky for
it's kooky.
Macchiatos.
I think if I could make a Starbucks drink, I would do it. It depends. Am I doing, because they like seasonal drinks. If I were going to be disgusting, I would say there'd be a 4th of July one where just like a macchiato, it's so it's like it's whipped cream and then it's Worcestershire sauce, Michelob Ultra, and then a medium rare steak.
Oh,
that's the Midwest 4th of July frappe.
Oh, That makes your stomach curl.
Yeah. Only the strong stomachs can drink this. But on a serious note, I would do, I don't know. I'm always a big fan of anything kind of the festive flavors. I mean, Starbucks is already killing it with like the pumpkin drinks and things like that. So, I always am a big fan of s'mores stuff. So maybe something s'mores. I don't know. What would you?
Maybe instead of like milk, it's melted marshmallow.
Ooh, just all marsh, yeah.
Oh, marshmallow, baby.
Yeah. Don't harsh that.
I would do my President's Day latte, and it would be steak and ketchup flavored. I would do vape pens. So smoke some cups, smoke some bucks. Give me that PSL. I'm gonna puff. I'm gonna puff on some S-Bucks. Instead of like the little K-cups, it's a little like vape pods or whatever.
It's a K-cup?
Have all the different, yeah. Oh, I got myself a tall boy, skinny foam, non-fat vape puffer.
And you just pop it in the cartridge and you're like, that's good.
Oh, that's good. That's caffeine right there. That's America.
Yeah, caffeine is America.
And my other option would be have like whipped cream at the bottom of the cup, but it's frozen like Dippin' Dots. Like,
ooh.
I don't know if it's like CO2 or liquid nitrogen. And then you pour your coffee or whatever and chocolate on top. And then, I don't know. It's just something. It's a gimmick. I doubt it would taste good, but you could be like, got that whip bottom, boy. The whip bottom, I don't know. Whip bottom, that's what I'll call it.
Would you spell it like your last name, so it'd be whip bottom?
No, it'd be the whipped, like whipped cream.
Oh,
whip bottom.
Whipped. Nice. Whip bottom.
Yeah.
Again,
so that's my, that's
nice. Yeah, I like that. That's good.
Oh, and it would be served upside down like a blizzard.
So they do the thing, but then the coffee spills out because
but the whipped cream stays in. And you could say that's the secret.
Secret.
Just make this coffee. Like, check this out. Just dump it on the counter. They're like, "What the hell are you doing?" And then you show them, "Look, the whipped cream's still in there, like a blizzard."
They're like,
"That'll be $9.95."
Yeah.
Liquid nitrogen ain't cheap, boy.
Yeah. The Starbucks drinks aren't that far off that. And I remember one time I was getting a blizzard from Dairy Queen, and the guy did the guy working there, I think he was in high school, and he, you know how they always have to tilt it to show that it's not going to come out?
Uh-huh.
So he did that, but he flipped it in his hand, like up in the air, and like caught it, and then he gave it to me, and then we also ordered like a Coke, and then he went to flip the Coke in the thing. He's like, no, just kidding. And I thought it would have been so epic if he tried to, and it just spilled everywhere.
Oh my goodness. That guy's going to make it in Hollywood.
Yeah.
That's the kind of people that make it. People that do blizzard tricks for their clientele.
Yeah. I mean, to still have that enthusiasm. And it was later at night too. So I imagine he's been going through doing a bunch of those. I don't know. I was impressed. Yeah.
I'm trying to look up how much a Starbucks is.
It's expensive. We get Starbucks. I wasn't much of a coffee drinker, but definitely became more in the last like few years. But now we got an espresso machine, so we've been making more lattes and stuff at home. But Starbucks is usually about $10 a person.
A person?
Well, sometimes there's some Starbucks drinks I've gotten that are like almost $6.
That's crazy. I'm looking at menu prices right now.
Yeah. As you're looking that up, I might transition into an off to the trough because it hasn't been one in a mile, and I think potentially my family might be starting to eat soon or without me, so I should probably definitely do an off to the trough, which would be funny because I made a. Oh wait, I should probably actually do the voice thing. Okay. Off to the trough with Josh. Then usually there's like horse stuff. But anyways, we're making a festive fall casserole of sweet potatoes, red quinoa, chicken. There's a chicken recipe I gotta send you. It's basically you coat it in brown sugar and chili powder. It's really good. And then what else do we put in? I put some white sharp cheddar, and then I cut up some onions, and I cooked some apples in the onions, put it all together, and then we're gonna go bake it and eat some salad. So that's my off to the trough tonight.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow. Very nice. Very beautiful. You are a iron chef among men.
Oh, I ain't nothing but a scrub.
You're that Guy Fieri, that Rachel Ray, that Emerald Live. Bam. You, all of them.
I need to come up with cool.
You, that Chef Ramsay.
I wish I had a cool thing like Emerald or even Guy Fieri, like with the weird haircut. And I think that's my Power Packed Wisdom. Perfect thing. And I'm pretty sure I've done this Power Packed Wisdom like many times, but it's essentially, it's all the same, just different iterations. But if you want to become famous, you just have to do something that's different than everyone else. So Guy Fieri, he just dresses up kind of ridiculous. Emerald Lagasse does the BAM thing when he throws salt on the grill. And like, yeah. So I was going to say another celebrity chef, but their insignia of why they're famous is not good. So I'll leave that out. But anyways, yeah, just have something that's unique to yourself.
Yeah.
And your brand.
Very good. Very good. My wisdom, I guess, would be to, my wisdom would be,
Thank you for tuning into our regularly scheduled program. Contact Josh and Jonathan at powerpackedpodcast@gmail.com. Support the show at patreon.com/powerpacked. See you next time, you dirty little rat babies.